My name is Matt Reichel. I'm running in the special election that should be coming up sometime in March or April to replace Rahm Emanuel, the latest crook from the 5th District of Illinois. And again, I already told you, and I'm going to reiterate, the first thing I'm going to do as Congressman is sign on to H.R. 676. Somebody who's lived abroad in France, where I did my graduate studies, where I lived in a culture where you have right and left, you have conservative and socialist, but everybody agrees that you have to take care of one another, that the sense of nationhood requires that you provide help for everybody. That's the duty of government, and of course I would be behind that. The campaign is well on its way. We've had a busy day. I was out at the anti-war protest earlier today in Federal Plaza and spoke before an enthusiastic crowd there. After this morning signing off on an aggressive online marketing plan for our campaign, so that we're going to market that website. We're going to get people visiting our website. It's the only website I've seen of any of the candidates yet where we're talking about the issues. Looking at Feigenholtz and Quigley and the other candidates that have announced, there's no mention of what they're going to do on foreign policy. None of these people have any experience in the realm of foreign policy at the national level or at the international level. I'm a veteran of the peace movement. I was working at Peace Action when the war in Iraq began as a canvas director and outreach director here in the Chicago office. That's my background. This is raising funds, raising awareness for the anti-war movement. And I think one of the tragedies of this election is that it looks like we're going to shift from a Republican war to a Democratic war. That the people voted for peace as they voted for peace in 2006. And instead what they're going to get is an exchange between a Republican war and a Democratic war. And we can't let that happen. We, the grassroots, need to be on the floor of Congress, need to be out in the streets, pushing the Obama administration, pushing the Democratic Congress to shut down this war of empire in Iraq and Afghanistan, stop this offensive saber-rattling in Pakistan and Iran. Nuclear weapons strike on Iran is off the table. We have to change this disastrous nuclear posture that George Bush has been talking about, where use of second-generation nuclear weapons in an offensive capacity is on the table. That's completely off the table. We need to start working again towards nuclear abolition, because the longer nuclear weapons exist on this planet, the closer we march towards nuclear annihilation. So I thank you again for having me here. I am the peace candidate. I will change the voice of the 5th District of Illinois, where we've had conservatives. We're going to go from Rahm Emanuel, somebody who was pro-war, somebody who voted to fund the war constantly every time the vote came up after Blagojevich voted to authorize the war in Iraq. Somebody who's supported these disastrous Wall Street bailouts. Somebody who's not for universal single-payer health care. And we're going to have a congressman come in who is for universal single-payer health care, who's going to shut down these wars in the Middle East, and who's going to vote against any more bailouts for the criminal Wall Street class. Thanks again for